Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures, and look what the mailman brought today. Dun-dun. We've got some more super mini plot. Wait, no, they're not calling that anymore. The Shokugan Modeling Project. Excuse me. So we had a lot of fun building the Layzner kits the last time around, so we actually got Volume 2 just the other day. In this box we have the Zakaal El-Darr, not the Monkey or Drukari guys, and the the Dankova. I'm like, the Dankova. No, that guy. Anyway, so if you ever go to a hobby shop, toy store in Japan, this is what you want to look for. The Super Mini Plot, or the Shokugan Modeling Project, as it is now known, I guess. Used to me. Have these little display boxes that I'm already destroying. Trying to tear open. There we go. Come on. That's a terrible job. Da-da-da-da. So we have 1, 2, 3 models. Yes. So here we go. Check it out. We have first up the Zakaal, which, as far as I know, only had one of the small 1/100th kits originally in the first Layzner line. The El-Darr, which I don't remember any kits of. I could be mistaken. Now, what's kind of cool, though, is it does have all the various energy whip attachments for the El-Darr. And then, finally, we have the Dankova. Dankofu. Whatever. It's like the big beefy boy. It has a couple little extra goodies there. Sadly, the Zakaal does not have much in the way of any extras, but he looks quite boss. I'm wondering if he actually ends up bigger than the others. Looks like it. So, in case you have forgotten or you aren't familiar with how these guys look on the inside, as I pop the box open. Once upon a time, when you used to get these in the supermarket, number one, you'd have your lemonade flavored chewing gum. Personally, I prefer the hard sugar-coated wafers, but that's just me. And then waiting for you, usually, at least the case used to be, that the box itself would have all the instructions printed on them on the inside, but alas, these days, everything is going to be, like, actually nice and well printed. You actually have instruction sheets. These are real kits. So yes, they are quite extensive in their parts. The color correct, anime accurate stylings. I feel like I'm missing a page. I am missing a page there. You can see here. So Sparkle Trout was telling me that you couldn't use the backpacks, that was no longer a special deal, but looking at this, that does not seem to be the case. That was a big deal about the original kits, was that they did have those swappable backpacks as well as the mounts for their weapons. So if you do end up with multiples of these kits, or all of the Layzner stuff, should be quite cross-compatible between all of the various kits. So check this out. This is where your money is going if you do end up purchasing these kits. See here, you have everything already pre-painted, pre-colored. There's no real work for you to do unless you just want to go and align all the panels yourselves. Even got the little icon there. A little bit of the vents already done for you. Clear versions of the cockpit if you want to paint and color everything yourself. And don't fret, you have the cool red ones as well as the clothings that go in its arms. And then, whoa, I'm dropping stuff all over the place. We've got all of the joint pieces, which aren't as exciting, but they are in the proper colors. So that is the Zakaal. Give me a sec. Let's grab the Dankova and see what he's all about here. Well, the Dankova, much like the Zakaal, has a variety of colored pieces there. Surprisingly, everything's all in one bag for this guy. Again, colored cockpit, various colored runners. That's what, already 4 different colors. Make that 5. Make that 6 with the transparent ones. Make that 7 with the colored. There's some red on the joints there. And then we've got the chest piece already painted. I don't feel like cutting all the bags right now. I'm going to be overwhelmed with parts. You can see here, like on the joints. I think those are the thighs, aren't they? Pretty sure those are. And then we've got the insignia as well, already taken care of. And more gum that I probably shouldn't eat. I'm going to err on the side of caution and not sample it. If I was in Japan, it was fresh, I probably would, but considering this has traveled halfway across the world and taken a matter of weeks, probably not the best choice. Who knows, that stuff is like... I've bought old Honey kits for my kids and still had the original goodies and food inside them. There you can see our El-Darr with all his gear. Pop that open. And already his cockpits are leaping out to see me. Hello! Ooh, more snacks. Instruction manual. Very thin looking parts. I'm going to be careful and not even bother with those right now. I was bummed out to see that his whips are all hard plastic. I thought that would have been really cool if they were like a little softer material, but no, they're pretty tough. He's got a lot of different colors. And pre-painted parts there. Alright, obviously I want to build this Zakaal first. We're going to get to everybody though. This video is already running longer than I would like, so I'm going to stop my yammering and I'm going to get to the building, and hopefully we are going to see the results soon enough. Sit tight. Okay, we got our Layzner kits all put together here, and I gotta say, despite the almost pure yellow, I think the Zakaal really stands out to me. Dig the white trim, dig the off-color other highlight bits and joints. It really stands out, you know? In a sea of white, blue, and red mecha, you know, it definitely makes a statement there. Posability, quite nice as I smash at the pieces. Obviously, it's not going to have the super articulation of like a master grade kit, but you know, it gets the job done. They have the extra hands available. I don't know where I put them, but that's all right. For what it is and what it's worth, I gotta say, you know, it does a nice job. Of course, having to pay the exorbitant shipping costs to get these guys these days, that's not so fun. It'd be nice to be able to get this stuff in an actual store at reasonable prices, but hopefully someday we will adjust and overcome all the ramifications of COVID, and that won't be an issue. So you can see here it is a little bit smaller than a typical 1/144th. If that's an issue for you, do be aware. But then again, the Layzner kits were always in a different scale. I want to say the originals were like 1/72 and 1/48. There's the Dankova. He's got his little brass knuckle electro discharge things tucked away inside of his leg slots there. Again, nice posing available. Joints are quite sturdy despite a lack of polycaps. Being somebody who grew up with models before polycaps were a thing, and when they did become a thing, and now reverting to the lack of polycaps, does always get me a little bit hesitant, but you know what? They seem to be okay. Again, the El-Darr. Whoa, that's not good. I don't want that popping off there. As I try to recall where that went, I don't know. Anyway, we'll fix that in a sec. Interesting colors, interesting, you know, limbs are much more unique than the typical standard grunt bad guy like the Skull Gunners and those dudes from before. I mean, they're nice kits, I gotta say. definitely unique in their design, their structure. I mean, and while there are obviously similarities in how they all get built, they do come out quite distinct in the end. And even in comparison to other kits from the Super Mini Pla or Shokugan modeling project, whichever it is now going by, you can see here with Gutter Dragon looking pretty good overall together. Obviously, if you wanted to use these for gaming or something, I mean, more power to you. I don't think they're going to look as nice with 28mm guys, but then again, who am I to really complain? I think where they're really going to shine is if you wanted to go the 15mm or even 1/72 route, much like the original Layzner kits. I want to say the 1/72 kits were a lot bigger, though, from what I recall. I know we built quite a few of them. I know those were some of the first polycap kits I remember building. It's been a few years. What, Layzner was 86, 87. I think I built the first ones probably in the early 90s, so it has been a few years at this point. If any of this strikes your nostalgic chords, I wish I could recommend a good shop that's going to give you a reasonable price. Obviously, places like HobbyLink Japan or Ami are going to be probably your go-tos. Big Bad Toy Store obviously carries a lot of this stuff too. If you have any recommendations or suggestions on online shops to find these little treasures, please let me know, because there's quite a few of the other kits, especially some of the Brave robots and other Super Sentai models that Bandai has put out in this line I would love to get my hands on. So I am all ears in that regard. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.